Hey, my name's Ryan Vanderpool. I am a bud tender at Fireside Dispensary in Phoenix, Oregon. I'm also known as 503 Kush, and you can find me on Instagram. Should be in the description. And so I've been a bud tender for about 8 or 9 months, really as a profession from the OLCC. But before that, I've been smoking cannabis since I was 15. The doctors tried to get me to get on Adderall and ADHD medicine, and my dad said no, took me home, smoked a bowl with me, and asked me how I felt. I said I felt great, and he gave me 1 bowl a day until I graduated, and I can do it whenever I please. But thanks to that, I feel like cannabis has saved my life. I am 30 years old, I'm a full-time single father. I've never been on pills, never taken pills, I don't even take Tylenol. I use cannabis for literally everything. I mean, I have topicals, I have tea, smoking a J, dabs, edibles, everything. So my favorite thing about the profession of bud tending is every customer that comes in. Every customer or patient that comes in is completely different. Whether a medical patient or a recreational customer, there is a big difference. People use cannabis in all forms, and I really appreciate learning about each individual person and helping them find the product that is best for them. My story. As a bud tender, we deal with a lot of what you call know-it-alls. They've been smoking for many, many years. They know the ins and outs of smoking, and they'll tell you till you're blue in the face that you're wrong and they are right. So we had this one couple coming in pretty regularly for a while, and it seemed like I was always going to help them because they were big into concentrates and extracts and dabbing, and they knew that I was into dabbing, so we had that connection. For about the 3rd time of helping them, where they were reaching their 5-gram limit of concentrates on a Saturday and coming back 4 days later saying they were out, I started to ask questions, such as, how long do you let your nail cool down? How much are you doing? Because it seems like 5 grams for them was a lot. They were coming in probably, like I said, every 2 to 3 days for a while there. So after asking the initial question of how long do you let your nail cool down for, the gentleman looked at me like I was crazy. What do you mean let it cool down for? He said, well, sir, you heat your nail up, you're supposed to let it cool down for probably anywhere between 30 seconds to 1.5 minutes to avoid overheating the dab and burning it and having pretty much a burnt hamburger. He looked at his wife looked at him, they looked at me. We don't ever let it cool down. We dab within 5 seconds of ending. We're impatient. So it finds out they were going boiling hot like Custom Grow 420 does and burning the crap out of their dabs. Well, after explaining to them how to cool down their nail and essentially how to dab properly and showing them my videos on Instagram, they looked at each other and said, we've been doing this wrong the entire time. We can't believe this. The gentleman was so, I think, embarrassed because he was the know-it-all this whole time, that since that day, and this was about 6 months ago, I have only ever seen his girlfriend come in to buy the 5-gram dabs.
And there you have it. Don't be a know-it-all until you know it all. He's done, he's done, he's done. He's got it.
It's 503 Kush. Thank you for being here. I'm with the Budtender Society. Thank you for listening to my story. Here it is.